So how do I set my eggs up when I want to get them ready for the incubator? So I don't have the snake wrapped around the eggs. I don't think I've done a video on this yet, but super quick, super simple. Don't overthink it. Let's just get right down to how this works. So I took these away from the mom snake, obviously. Sometimes they do all come clumped together, which is fine. You don't need to separate them to put them in a box unless you can't put the lid on. So you can see I separated these. These two were stuck together right here because sometimes when you separate the eggs and peel them apart, and I have done it, you'll peel just a little bit too much and then you rip the egg and then a bunch of goo comes out. So I didn't want to risk it on these ones, so I just left them how they were. I did in the past have one egg where it was really sticky and I accidentally tore it, and I just used super glue and I super glued the rip. Everything worked out. The baby came out perfectly fine, no problems. But if you freak out and you rip one, just put some super glue on there, no problem. I heard people put tape on there, but I figured tape would get gooey and the adhesive would not come off. The adhesive would come off and then the tape would fall off. So I just did super glue, no problems. You can get these little boxes at Walmart in a stack for like 13 bucks. And they work perfectly. So I don't have large clutches because all my females are first year, some are 2 year, and they're still under 2,000 grams. So they're not laying a bunch of eggs. Like the max I've gotten was 6. So they all fit in here. You might need 2, depending on how big your clutches are. So yeah, I got the box. I use vermiculite. I got this gigantic bag off Amazon for like 40 bucks. And that's going to last me forever. So not too worried about that. And then you just put in maybe a 1/2 inch. You can put as much as you want. Just make sure you can still put the lid on because you don't want to go up here and have the eggs get squished. So you fill it how you feel is necessary. Pour some water in here. Mix it all up until it gets nice and clumpy. And then you just spread it out even. You can get these grates at Home Depot and you can cut them down to size. Some people ask me why I put straws in here, which I thought was like everybody puts straws around their eggs. But it's just so when I move this box to the incubator, I don't roll the eggs around. So pretty simple on that. And then I normally don't take the eggs out. I am now. But 2 minutes of a video is not going to do nothing with these. And then some people do the press and seal to lock in the moisture and the humidity. But I've done that, and I've found with these tubs from Walmart, when the snap lids, they snap in and they'll hold the humidity at 100 with no problem. So you can put little dials in here. Make sure your humidity's around 100. If it drops down to like 90, 95, it's not the end of the world. You can just add more water, and then you can bump the humidity up. I don't like the vermiculite to be too soupy. But since it's on this grate, the eggs are not going to be laying in like standing water or soupiness, which I see people do that. You can do that too. I just prefer to have the dry eggs on the rack right here, and then that's really it. So make sure the temperatures I use are around 88 to 89, and then try to stay at 100% on humidity in the box. This clutch is from July 7th. Chocolate, leopard, red striped clown, fire, spot nose clown. Get some dark knights, chocolate dark knights, Batmans, fire, Batmans. I mean, I only got 4, first time mom. But I'm really hoping for some really, really cool chocolate Batmans, dark knights, fire stuff, red stripe stuff, which would be awesome. That's a lot of cool combos in with these, so I'm super excited about that. And not too much else to say on how I set the eggs up. I normally cut, you can let them pip 50 to 55 days. I cut, and then they normally pip out between 55 to 60 days. So you guys can do what you feel is necessary when your eggs get close to the 50-day mark. But that is it. Thank you guys for the support, and hopefully you guys are following along, and see you guys on the next video.